Hey, a couple more weeks and I'm done with my second semester and second year of college. I think it's kind of scary though, because like it went by in a flash. Like I could, this second semester, I know the second semester, spring semester is usually faster than the fall semester, but like even taking that into account, this spring semester was just like it went by that fast. I remember when I really locked in the spring semester, I had like a hackathon in CMU. And I said, okay, yeah, it's because like I'm gonna have that. I have a bunch more time to do a bunch of this stuff, right? And then it's like from that hackathon, it felt like it was a couple weeks, and now I'm here. Right, I did the whole geometric conformal neural networks for generative design, tried that out, then moved on to this whole thing with representation, Gaussian splash, Gaussian flash. And there's so many deadlines have been operating on. I think that's why it feels like the months, the weeks have gone faster than they actually did. Um, and if I did have more filler ones, I was thinking about this before this video. If I even if I had like filler weeks where I just did nothing, I was just like fooling around. I feel like I would just find something else to do, right? I don't know. Even now, like I finished May 14th, final exams included, and then my internship starts June 1st. So I have a bunch of filler weeks where nothing is necessarily expected, even with deadlines for research. There's no deadlines for a workshop or a paper submission. Um, I'm still just going to use that time to just dedicate it fully to Star Labs because I think Star Labs has a great opportunity in that time to just say, hey, what can I get done? Maybe find an advisor, maybe even recruit people, maybe even just like work on something really, really, really well because I have no other deadlines I have to give myself to or any other work I have to give myself to. Um, well, no, that's cool. That's cool. I also think in the reverse of that, right? For next couple of weeks, I also have no other deadlines for research or anything, so I can really just dedicate myself towards my exams. I think if I can really ace these upcoming exams, the final midterms and the finals themselves, I think all my grades should be in a good position, relatively so. Not like all A's, I think, but like in a good position where I can say, yeah, this is good enough. So hopefully that'll be nice. Also, since I have no distractions, I get to actually see like what Dalu, who has no distractions, like what type of student am I with no distractions? Because I do think I'm a good student. I do enjoy learning. I do enjoy studying. Um, so it's gonna be interesting what that looks like. I have more time, so hopefully it's not one of those things where I study last minute. Even though I'm doing that right now for a stat exam, but like for the other exams, I should have more time to just be getting prep done. And hopefully I don't find another thing to like say, hey, work on this and then work on studying like 2 days before the exam. Even with hackathons, I think there's a Claude Instructor hackathon is going to go to this Friday and build like this really cool Feynman technique game, which is like Overcooked plus Feynman and like teaching all that. But I was like, I'm just going to dedicate myself to work, register for classes, make sure all my academic pimples are out of the way. But besides that, I have nothing else to say. So have a great day.